Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'll show you my new PC build, finally finished. Actually I'm waiting on one more hard drive. It's 80 gigs, so no big deal about not showing off a simple 80 gig. But today I just want to show you guys a really cheap gaming PC build. Plays everything. I've only had a few issues, but no crashing, nothing really dramatic, just a few changes. Test kind of like trial and error. But other than that, it plays all the latest hit games. It can play Modern Warfare 2, it can play Lost Planet, it can play DirectX 11, like Battlefield Bad Company 2, pretty much any game you throw at it. Alright, so let's get started. As on the tower, as you can see, it's the Antec 600. That's just the box for it. But just went over the specs. For the motherboard, went with the MSI 790X G45. It's they call it the gaming series because it's got overclocking, and you can also unlock the CPU cores on certain processors, which is good. It uses the Phenom 2, which is AMD. It has the crossfire feature on here, to where you can run two graphics cards, two ATI cards, and get a little more performance out of them. Alright, so under the processor, I went with the AMD Phenom 2 X2 555 Black Edition, and it's one of those processors that can be unlocked for going from a dual core to a quad core, and it costs a lot less than Intel and does pretty well. Not too bad for the price you pay. Excuse me. For the graphics card, I went with the HIS Radeon 5750. Has DirectX 11, plays all the games pretty significantly decent. I'll show you guys a little benchmark on this a little later on Resident Evil 5 and DirectX 10, since there is no DirectX 11 for it. For the power supply, I went with the Viotech 600 watt power supply. It's enough to get the crossfire going, but I don't know, it was a cheap one, cheap end. For RAM, PNY, just 4 gigabytes of DDR3 at 1333 megahertz. And added on the Antec fan, 3 120mm fans from Thermaltake. They're okay. They're cheap little 120mm, and they're a little bit noisy, but overall they provide a lot of airflow, which is primarily what you need it for. Alright, so let's go take a look at the setup. And it's on a TV right now using the HDMI to DVI cable, and that's what it looks like all together from all the views you need. Let me undo this so you guys can see actually underneath on this little camera stand on this tripod. Alright, so we can take a look inside the actual tower. There's one of the fans there. If you look on the side, this tripod in the way. There's 2 fans right there, the two 120s. LG 24X DVD-ROM, a giant 200mm on top, and another 120 in the back. And then when we pull it out, you can see all the components inside. Kind of hard to see with this lighting because all these LEDs are kind of in the way. You can see the ATI 5750. The processor, just no giant CPU fan, just a regular fan. Stays idle at generally about 37 to 40 degrees Celsius and 52 when it's under extreme load. So we'll take a look. I'll mount this on. We'll run a quick little benchmark on Resident Evil 5. Okay, mount this back on. Trying to get this under 6 minutes of video so you guys can see. And the battery not dying. These cameras eat a lot of batteries when you put on video mode. Okay, so let's look at Resident Evil 5 DirectX 10 on the PC. Alright, so for the settings we're going to be putting it on, since it's a beta benchmark, only at 720p, full screen, 60 Hz, 4x anti-aliasing, and all the details on high. We're going to run the variable. So you guys get to see how many frames per second this guy's running at.
What you're talking about? You can all go to hell! Wait a minute. That's the... Give over. For what? Down to Sweden.
Alright, so here's a quick little 20 seconds more of it in the game with the settings as we'll go into there. The Phenom 2 X2, now it's ×4, and the 5700 series and 720 at 32-bit DirectX 10. Alright, so you guys get an idea. Just going to let it kind of end it right now. I know it's going to rate kind of high, but 135 right there. Alright, well thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you later.